my god, this sounds so stupid. Okay, I'm gonna expose myself, but it was really sad.
When did you cry?
Okay.
When did you cry, Riley?
I almost cried. Okay, don't make fun of me. I almost cried.
It's my job to make fun of you. We're on a podcast.
Dude, I almost cried. I literally almost cried watching The Bachelor. A couple nights ago.
It's over. We're done.
Dude, you don't understand. Like, I was watching The Bachelor in Paradise, and for the two...
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice indeed. All right. Welcome back, everyone, to the Gain EXP podcast. And for you, it's been only... Oh, my God. Why you do? What you doing to
I'm
Steve?
in an aggressive mood today.
What are you doing?
I'm throwing Pikmin at you.
Fucking... What are you, Alamar?
Hell yeah.
Welcome back to the GainEXP podcast, the podcast where we talk about everything fitness, gaming, anime, nutrition, life, wellness, health, the meanings of all of it, philosophy,
dating advice,
enjoyment,
what it's like to be on stage as an artist. It's just some of the topics we've already covered.
Hygiene.
Yeah,
we're a fashion podcast too.
Oh hell yeah!
I can't even say
I see you sporting the flannel. I know you copied my outfit for the day, but
I was wearing this before you got here.
Flattered you wore.
I wore it
just like me.
Riley, you got here today, and I was wearing this already.
Yeah, well, you copied me. I was wearing it first. What are you talking about?
This man's full of lies. We've been for you. It's only been like a week since we last posted, but on our end, it's funny. We've been so busy getting the podcast out for all the premieres and getting it rolling and everything that we actually we haven't had the chance to actually shoot.
Yeah, so it's been like 3 weeks, I think. 3 weeks now, because it's editing, uploading, which, by the way, uploading takes forever, and then making the YouTube thumbnail, which is actually kind of fun, but it takes a long time too.
Yeah, so. it's been a while, but now that we got the ball rolling, we have a feeling of what we're doing. You know, it takes time to adjust to these things, guys. It takes time to adjust. So, but we set up for everything, and we're back. Also, it's really funny. It's so Riley and I are roommates, if you don't know, and we've been roommates for this is second year, but 3 years total.
3 years total, because there was like a break year.
Yeah. And then it's funny how much that you don't talk to the roommates you have. You talk to them, but you don't really talk to them because you're so used to seeing them on a daily basis. And so it's a nice thing because this podcast is kind of like not really an excuse, but really like a reminder, like, okay, we can just like but it's also we can like, oh yeah, just chat again, which is kind of like a good thing, which is a good thing to just keep in mind. But it's another funny thing that I recently have been having, and I'm not sure if you can relate with this.
What's up?
Is that sometimes there's just shit I want to tell you. I just come in, I'm like, oh yeah, Riley, I want to tell you about this thing, and internally in my head, in the back of my head, I'm like, it's entertaining. Should I leave it wait for the podcast?
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like there's some good things that happened in the last 3 weeks for sure that like I didn't really go into detail on, but honestly, it's just because I'm fucking tired a lot of times, and I'm like, oh, I want to go to bed, or I want to play Overwatch 2, or like, oh, I have to work on some GainEXP shit, you know? So it's always just like something where I'm like low energy, but a lot's happened. Halloween passed for us because it's like in the first week of November for those listening, but for you guys, it'll probably be in Christmas because the shit's not going to come out for a month and a half, probably. Well, just how things have been going. So Merry Christmas.
We'll try to get it in probably this one. Maybe
Happy New Year, and if it's really far out, then Happy Valentine's Day.
We do have a Christmas special podcast that we're planning to bring someone on.
Yes.
Whether or not this comes in before or after that, we'll figure that out later.
Yes, 2 special guests. We got our Christmas guest, which will leave a surprise, and then next week or in 2 weeks, we're having Charity come up and talk to us, who's a very special friend and a good like a life coach, and just has like good experience and insight, and has like a lot to share. So
she's probably the most positive there's just people in life that are like extraordinarily positive. She's just one of those extraordinarily positive people.
Yeah, for sure.
I've lived with her too, and she definitely, I mean, obviously everyone has their down moments, but like I've never met someone so optimistically about like, fuck it, like I'm just gonna move on and do my shit. So that's something I really appreciate about her. It's really dope.
Yeah.
And
I was gonna say it's the same thing. She's always just like super happy, and I also just like respect the fuck out of her because she's like a black women entrepreneur, and I feel like you get a lot of shit that you got to deal with being like in that situation.
Very
but she just like like powers through it and like is super positive about it all the time. So yeah, that's epic to me. So
definitely 100%. Other updates on our end. Halloween passed, like I said. So and then I have to now walk with this cane.
How was your Halloween?
It was great.
I know, but like
it was great, right? So for those who don't know or don't follow me on Instagram, first of all, why not? Secondly, I now have to walk with a cane or a boot now because during Halloween, I somehow injured myself. I actually don't know how. Yeah. I really don't know how. It's not before anyone says shit. It's not because I was hammered. I was a byproduct. I was hammered, and it was a coincidence.
I was gonna say it's because you're hammered, but
it was a coincidence of me being hammered. All right.
But yeah, take us through that because you were at a concert too, so that's pretty epic.
I was. It was kind of. I'm not sure if you would even consider it. It was like one of those things where like a club that's really well known in LA called the Academy. Does a lot of features for EDM artists, and so me, my girlfriend, and her friend, we were planning to go see Said the Sky. He was performing super cheap, $30.
By the way, that's very good. Said the Sky is like a good artist too.
Really
so for
good.
$30, that's like really good.
$30 for Said the Sky. It was amazing.
What kind of seats? Were they like higher
up?
No.
Here's the thing. It's like a club. There's no seats.
Oh, so it's just you go and you mob in like the GA area?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So it's a very big area. It's well known for doing a lot of EDM artists run by there on a weekend basis. Mm-hmm. So what we did is we went to those like K bars. We went to the K bar. Went to a really good one. I think you would find it was really. Yeah, you should go. It was really fun. We played some. I forget. I realized that me and my girlfriend dated in the midst of COVID. Mm-hmm. So we never really went out together. Like went out in a truly in that way. And so this was like not necessarily the first time we went out together. But first time to go clubbing or like go in like a party environment. Mm-hmm. So, and the friend she brought is just super outgoing and
like high energy
party, kind of a rave girl-ish type
gotcha.
Of girl, a rave ABG-ish.
Nice.
I can say that, and if you're listening, you know that too. And so, we were at this K bar, and I never felt like more like an Asian frat boy in my life because she was. Her friend was like doing all the the soju tricks to open up the bottle.
Oh no way! So she knew. Did she like flip the bottles and go?
No, like okay, maybe not that much. You know how you spin and do the soju hurricane.
Oh, yeah.
And then she did I haven't seen this before. That was kind of cool. She put the soju like the lid on her arm and opened it like this.
Oh wow! I went because it sounds like you would just like bleed or get cut from that.
No. So you put the metal bottle because it's loosened now, and then
you
open it, you
spin it,
you spin it out on your
arm.
Kind of
like a water bottle. You
just
spin the
So
top off.
I realized for the people who are listening, you put the soju bottle after you unclip it open.
Yeah.
You put it on your arm and you slide it up, and the lid will roll out.
Oh wow! And then you just like chug it, or
you do all the. I was like, damn! I didn't even know that. Huh?
Oh, I was like, did she chug it or did she like dish it out?
No, you dish it. Yeah, we do like we did some mixed drinks with soju, and then
Sweet.
I forgot the name of the game, but like you take the bottle caps, the little flingy tail thing that comes out of the bottle cap when you open it.
Yeah, so when you take it off, there's this like bindy thing that holds it on there.
And then so she spun it into a little string like loop, and then the game is that you try to flick it, and you flick it, and the person who actually flicks it has to chug the shot.
Are you flicking it at something, or you just take it and you go bloop, and then you just chug it?
It's like a Jenga. So like if you're trying not to flick it off, so you flick it, and then if it doesn't go, you're trying to flick it like not hard enough to fuck the person over you're giving it to.
Oh, okay.
And then so you're in a group of people and you flick the tail thing
at someone.
And no, you just flick it, and if it comes off of the lid,
then
you have to take a shot.
So okay. So you're like trying to flick it off of the actual bottle. It's still on there, but just
no, on the bottle cap.
Yeah, on the bottle cap. Yeah.
So you're flicking it, and there's the bottle cap. But you're not the one trying to flick it off. You're trying to fuck the person over who does flick it so that
Gotcha.
they have a shot.
Sorry, when you started explaining this, I was very confused. I thought it was like some like little.
I played this game with you.
I don't remember. Well, I don't remember because I thought it was like this flag football game where you like flipped it and somebody did like this and it went through the.
I think there is a version of that. There is a version of that, but like so you flick it and. We were trying to. We played this together. We were trying to. I was it was really funny. Her friend like set it all up and gave it to. He's like, oh yeah, you get the first flick, and she gave it to my girlfriend. My girlfriend just looked at it. Was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this thing?
Yeah.
And then I was like, and then me and her both looked at my girlfriend and realized, oh shit, we never explained this to you.
Mm.
Because obviously, I lived in K-Town. I used to go out like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I know all these some of these Korean like drinking games.
Yeah.
And then her friend went out to K-Town a lot for the clubbing. And then we realized we never took Kayla. We never took my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And so we're like, oh shit, all right, we gotta go we gotta play this game. And so we played it, had drinks, did this, made some different soju shots. I need to show you how to make one of these. It's really good. It's called a Milka shot, and you have to chug it. And it tastes like Sprite.
Huh.
And it's
okay, cool. Well, a lot of Korean like alcohol drinks taste very good.
It's very good. They're like dangerous.
It's either some sort of like soda-y tasting or yogurt-y tasting or like boba-y tasting, like tea tasting. Like it's very good usually.
Yeah,
so.
like you can't tell it's alcohol.
Yeah,
which
almost
is
never.
super dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
But drink responsibly. Anyways, we go. We're hammered. We're pretty hammered. We go to the club. And we're at the club and we're having a good time. We're chilling. We thought that Set the Sky came on at 10.
Mm-hmm.
Ends up he doesn't come on until like 12:45. So
shit.
So we're just like, oh fuck.
Damn. And you guys got there at 10 or like slightly?
We got
before?
it at 10. We got there at 10.
Nice.
And we're like, well shit. We found out that they have a backyard where you can come up, go and hang out and chill.
Yeah.
And so before that, we went to the bar, and I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll just buy some drinks for people. So I want my usual go-to drink when I'm at a club is I just get tequila on the rocks with some lime. Very easy. It's very simple. And I was like, give me a double. I asked the lady, I was like, how much is a double shot of a not bottom shelf like tequila?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't hate myself.
Yeah.
And then she was like, Don Julio is about $30. And I was like, all right, that's not too bad. $30 for a double shot.
Yeah, I was about to say 30 does sound like a lot though.
But 30 sounds like a lot, but it's a double shot, meaning each
okay.
one is like so
that's like 15 a shot. That's not bad for like club setting.
For like a club LA setting. I was like, all right, that's fine, we'll do that. And then my girlfriend got a margarita, paid for it, and I looked at the bill and I was like, it's $100. I was like, wait. Shit. I was like, how did this happen?
That math doesn't add up though.
I know.
Did you buy more drinks for people that you didn't know or something or what?
No, so I think the bartender misheard me, and she thought I said, how much is a shot? And so a shot of Don Julio
is $30.
Was $30.
Oh, and you got 2, so that was 60.
So was that 60?
And then her drink was like 30.
Was like another 20 plus tax.
Oh, 20 tax. Okay.
And then I was like
100. Nice.
I didn't even get the expensive Don Julio. I got the cheap Don Julio. No. I was so mad I didn't even taste it. I also dropped the drink later.
Oh, gotcha.
So I dropped $60 on the floor. So that was great.
Oh, well. It was worth it. I mean, you only spent 30 on the ticket, so it balances out, I guess.
Jesus.
Anyways,
we're there. We're hanging out. And throughout the night, I just, like, my leg just started aching. And I was, like, limping a little bit. And I was like, oh, maybe I just, like, dropped something or a twist. Like, I have, like, a previous ankle injury. So I sometimes just twist and I just walk it off and it's okay. Mm-hmm. Not recommended. I'm not not recommended. I'm drunk and it's not my best decision making moment. But I'm like, all right, I'll just get past it. I'll man up. And then by the end of the night, it's like 3. It's like after Set the Sky is on. It's super great time. Amazing amazing DJ. We were walking out of the club. It's like 3:30 in the morning. And then my girlfriend orders a Uber for us. And as we're going to the Uber, we're rushing to try to get the Uber so he sees us. Mm-hmm. They're going, and I realize I can't walk. I am.
Damn. Are you like dragging your foot around or what?
No. I physically cannot let my foot touch the ground. It was like that much in pain.
Shit.
And so I was like literally hopping. I was literally hopping my ass over to the Uber, and my girlfriend turned around like, what the fuck happened?
Shit.
And she ran over and tried to be my crutch.
Could you like see that it was fucked up? Like if you look down in it, could you like see it was messed
I
up?
couldn't see it was messed up because there's my socks and shoes and everything.
Oh,
and
okay.
then, so we got in the car. Her friend is hammered as fuck.
she's like black or what?
She's black. She's gone. And so we drive up to where I parked my car in K-Town.
Mm-hmm.
My girlfriend's sober at this point, and we get out of the Uber. I feel so bad for her. Her friend walks out of the Uber, walks over to the sidewalk where at K-Town, and just chucks everything.
Like throws up. Yeah.
So
the Uber driver's like, fuck this shit.
And so my girlfriend has to hold her friend and calm her out while I'm sitting with a broken fucking with like what I thought at the time would be a broken foot on another car. Like, well, this is great.
I feel like that's not the first time you've had friends like vomiting out of an Uber though, for sure, or you've had to deal with that. So.
I've definitely done that.
Mm-hmm.
I've
done that too.
Yeah, you've done that. I was with you. We have done so much stupid shit together.
I feel like the Uber drivers are super desensitized to that nowadays.
Yeah,
They're probably just fuck this shit.
I think at least
don't throw up in my Uber.
See, if I was the Uber driver, I would have just appreciated the fact she held it in.
Yeah, for sure.
The whole thing, And so we got back to my girlfriend's place, and her friend just stumbles out of the car and just like upchucks in her tree.
Jesus. Wait, you guys were at her house too?
At
Kayla's house?
Yeah, at Kayla's house. And
gotcha.
so she like pukes all over the tree and outside.
Damn.
And I was like, oh Jesus.
Were Kayla's parents home too? Like they
no. They were home, but like they were asleep. And so I'm like, my leg is fucked. I need to get into the house. And so anyways, that's my Halloween. And so I went to the doctor, found out luckily it's not broken. I just need to keep pressure off it. I told the doctor what happened. The doctor's like, I don't understand how you hurt yourself. Like, I really don't understand. How the fuck did you hurt yourself? Yeah. He's literally looking at me and questioning it. I'm like, dude, I came here to ask you.
Yeah, because it's in a spot where, like, it's not, like, a twisted or anything. Yeah, so it's, like, directly on top of your foot, kind of.
Yeah, so the day after we went out, I looked at my foot. I pulled the socks off, and my foot was the size of a grapefruit. It was swollen to shit. And then my, I went home, went to see the doctor, and the doctor was just like, we took an X-ray. He's like, I don't think it's broken, but you have to come back because the swelling sometimes affects the X-ray on the accuracy of it. And then he's just like, yeah, man, I don't know what happened. You just fucked up something. I was like, thanks, bro.
Nice.
Thanks, doc.
Yeah.
Really good.
That's so interesting. I thought X-rays would like tell you right away, but maybe it's too thick right there or something.
Yeah. Apparently this happens a lot. I've never had a broken bone. I've had microfractures and ligament tears and like some sprains and stuff, but I never actually had a bone break. And so he was telling me that a lot of times they just actually can't tell what happens until the swelling goes down.
I see. Okay.
And so he just said he gave me a boot and then to walk outside if I need to walk outside or drive. And then this cane here, if you can't see it, it's my little cane to walk around in the house to help.
You got a walking cane and a boot too.
I know.
He's not wearing it, but
old man. I'm old man Al.
Yeah.
So I've been just chilling this whole week. I haven't really been doing much.
Yeah, you're back to your bullshit of watching murder documentaries every single day. Like literally, I came in. I'm like, well, this is not a foreign thing. Like you're watching like murder documentaries. I'm like, okay.
My rest days consists of me laying on this couch. Watching some sort of murder documentary or crime documentary, mystery stuff, and then while farming on Fate on my phone, or recently I've been playing Genshin or whatever games comes out. So
there's surprisingly a lot of mystery like murder documentaries on Netflix though.
People have this weird fascination with it. I think you heard of the Jeffrey Dahmer thing coming on. Right?
Yeah, I don't watch him, but yeah, I've seen him and I saw everyone was like hypersexualizing him because he looks super hot in the movie or the film or whatever.
Yeah. So. Oh, God. So I see that's where like the line goes too far and makes me feel uncomfortable.
But I did see a picture of him, and the actor did look very good.
The actor looked good. Jeffrey Dahmer, fuck you.
I'm just saying.
You're an asshole.
I don't know what he did, so I'm saying this out of pure ignorance.
Jeffrey Dahmer was a serial killer who ate people.
Okay. But did he look good while doing it? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Actually,
I literally have never seen that, so I'm ignorant. So if you guys hate me for saying that, then just know I've never seen that film. So
it's a weird thing. So the thing is, because this is the recent big questioning on a lot of people who are into these. It's weird because it's not a crime documentary so much. It was a crime recreation.
Oh, they reenacted it?
Reenacted the
Gotcha.
whole entire trial. And I think, see, the documentary makes sense to me because part of is to inform people. A point of a documentary is to inform people.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to true crime, part of it is also informing people so that a lot of true crime documentaries and docuseries have actually helped people find, because someone reaches out and they're like, oh, I was there that day, and this is my case, and something, and they have actually found and arrested and some people for that reason. Crime recreation, that's a little weird. That's where
you don't like it.
It's not personally. I never really cared for it. But it's also kind of weird to me because it's almost glorifying the crime.
I see.
Because a documentary is meant to inform people about what happened so people know what to do in that sense. And it's a fascinating thing to learn about the shitty parts of human mind. But it's also a good message in the sense of, if done right, is about to letting people know what can't happen, how to be careful, what's good. Recreations is kind of weird because the big thing about the Jeffrey Dahmer one was that, like you said, everyone was saying that the guy looked fucking hot and shit and everything. And it recreates this image of this killer of oh my God, this person was really cool looking. And it's but this person is also a shit person.
Yeah. Well, see, I never saw it as a educational moment. I saw it as somebody taking advantage of that situation and glorifying it for an entertainment factor. I always saw them using it as a way of entertaining, and that's how they made money. So I never really thought of it as this is what happens when someone eats people, and this is what you should do. I think they just want to capitalize on the entertainment value of that, because it's an interesting topic, because it's not something you or I will probably ever have to deal with an entire life. So it's interesting to think oh wow, there's people that think like that or act like that or do those type of things, and how do they get away with doing that? I think that's I think that's interesting, and I think that's entertaining. So
I mean, it is definitely entertaining. Thrillers and being obviously Halloween just passed, but there's a reason why it's such a famed holiday that everyone likes. It's people like the macabre. They're crazy. Yeah. Your favorite movie is a fucking Nightmare on.
Yeah, one of my favorite movies is Nightmare Before Christmas, and I also love Tim Burton, so I like Edward Scissorhands and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's a very macabre style of art,
right?
Kind of storytelling.
It's
Gothic, and people have always been fascinated by that. So it's not weird that people like that stuff. I think in the sense that there was a big controversy because they were glorizing the criminal versus as an art piece. I guess that's it depends on how you look at it, but I think glorizing and sexualizing that criminal makes it feel a little bit odd, especially to the people who, the family members of the people who got of the victims. So that's where I guess that's where I personally didn't even look too much into this controversy, but I can understand it because that was always the difference between. That's why I don't watch recreations. It's
I see.
It makes it feel weird. It does make me feel weird about it.
I got you. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not really into it, so it's more of your thing. So
yeah, but that's my pastime.
Nice.
Yeah, no, that's my pastime. That's what I've been doing recently. Last 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
We'll jump into a break for now, and then we'll go into the next one. This was about a good time to just flow into the next thing.
Yeah, no, for sure.
All right.
Let's do it.
Peace.
There we go.
All right, we got it. We got it back in check. Yeah. Well, welcome back from our mini break, our tiny break. It was literally a minute. Anyways, that's a little catch up on my Halloween experience, and I guess a little bit on what we think about the true crime. I know that's a big thing right now. It's the true crime thing. But what have you been up to, man? I know. No, I don't even fucking know.
Yeah.
I was about to say I know. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, this is legitimately me telling you because I feel we haven't really talked too much, but I started playing Overwatch too because it came out in this time in which we didn't record our last episode to now.
Yeah.
So I've been like spamming Overwatch 2.
What's your main?
I have a couple, but Reaper is my main. He always has been an Overwatch one. So he's my Overwatch 2 main now also. So it's Reaper. I picked up a character called Sojourn. So she's like a shooty gun character. So like shoots from far away. Yeah, but like she's a shooty gun girl that has range. Reaper's like a shooty gun guy who has shotgun, so he's like close quarters. So like they're all shooty gun people. So but yeah, so I picked up Reaper, he's my main. Sojourn is my next pick, and then also Farah is fun. She shoots like a rocket. She's like a rocket launcher, and she like flies in the air. So like she's really fun. She does shit tons of damage, but she gets countered easily right now. So she's not the best. Well, she is a good pick, but like she's easily killable because she's like
glass cannon.
She's glass cannon, so she's high damage, but like not a lot of HP kind of thing. So I play a lot of DPS, and I've been playing with my girlfriend as well. She plays support.
I feel like she's the one who got you into Overwatch again, right?
Again, yeah, because like I played the first one a lot. In fact, my younger brothers play it probably more than she does. Like they are the ones that like it more than me. But I got into it because like she loves Overwatch. That's what got her into like gaming. But it's funny because like when we first met, like that was something we bonded over, was both liking video games. So we literally didn't pick up a video game and play it together until like maybe 4 or 5 months into our relationship. So we've been having like a good time with that because it's something new we haven't done yet together, is like playing games. So we've been doing that the last 3 weeks. And then my Halloween experience was I went up to Julian, close here to San Diego, because like Julian Pie is like super famous down here.
Oh, it was fucking good.
Yeah, we had some together because her and I brought some back down, and you and Kayla tried it together. Yeah, we brought the apple crumble pie, I believe. So but yeah, super good. We just went up to Julian, we got some pie, we stopped by this diner, and we were there to get pumpkins to carve, which we did get the pumpkins, but we went to the pumpkin patch and we were supposed to take photos, but it was like raining like crazy that day, and it was also Litwick Pokemon Go community day, so we were like playing Pokemon Go in the rain, and then like we got pumpkins, and then we brought it back down, we carved them and watched Hocus Pocus together.
Nice. That's a good time.
And took her cats for a walk, so we've been walking her cats outside as well. So
I saw this,
which is funny.
I remember looking on your Instagram, seeing this fucking harness for a cat. You guys, I was just looking.
I played Gangster's Paradise or something to it. Like
I was just looking at it, I was like, this is the most odd image. I was just like I was like walking a single cat.
Dude, yeah. It's funny though, because they fucking love the fucking shit out of walks. Like,
really?
We like try and leave, and they try and like go under our feet and escape the house because they want to go outside. So it's funny because they want to go out more than like any dog I've ever had wants to go on a walk. So like, it's super funny too because they have like they have squeaky. How do you say it? They have the squeaky meows. So like they don't have like a regular cat meow. They have like
fuck is a squeaky meow?
They have like a high pitched squeaky meow.
All right,
like,
I'm gonna need some
ready?
examples.
So like here's a regular meow.
What's a regular meow?
Regular meow goes like meow. Okay, so that's a regular meow.
Okay.
I'll do one more for everyone again. Ready? Meow. Okay, so that's a regular meow.
For all the furries out there.
Oh yeah. Shout out to all my furries. And then her cats are more like meow, meow. Like it's like a squeaky toy. Like if you squeeze a little squeaky toy, it goes like meow, meow, meow. I'm sorry, this is weird. Hopefully no one's getting turned on by this.
All right, you're all listening to this through like a device or anything.
Anyways,
I am hearing this through a direct high quality headset, through an audio input, through a mixer. So we have a very professional setup. That was a very clear meow in my ear.
Glad to know the mics work.
Very odd.
So yeah, anyways, it's just fucking hilarious because they come up to the door like meh, 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 and they like want to get the fuck outside, and we're like, bitch, just we don't actually hit them, but we like we take water action. We like pretend throw it on them, and they go and they like run away. So yeah, anyways, we take our cats on walks now.
Okay.
And they have like an obsession with it too. So yeah.
See, the odd thing is the dogs, I know. Some of them don't even like going on walks. How the fuck did you get your tats? The cats.
Well, apparently they used to be outside cats until she moved into an apartment complex, like a big one.
Okay.
And so they used to be outside more frequently when they had a house, but
Yeah.
then they moved in with her in an apartment, and so now they're inside cats, but like they know the outside and they miss it, I think. So like
Okay.
they
see.
they can see the outside through the windows, so they like constantly want to go outside now because they're like,
Yeah.
fuck, this is an option. Like we thought we couldn't go outside, so
Mm-hmm.
I bought him. Dipper, one of the cats, has like a black harness, and
Yeah.
Max is fat, so like we
fat.
couldn't buy like a regular harness from PetSmart.
Max
like,
the fat cat.
yeah, Max
The fat
cat.
cat.
Yeah. So Maxie, the fat cat, is like so fat that like we can't get him a regular harness at PetSmart. Like we tried and it won't fit. Like his like when he walks, his arms do this type of thing. Like for those that can't see, like he's like stubby armed. Like he can't walk like a normal cat. So we had to like order like a special harness because
I
he's
just
like.
feel like you're fat shaming a cat.
Well, I'm trying not to, because he's like. It's just like it's like
You're trying so hard to not fat shame a cat.
Hey, I'm trying to take the mic away from my mouth because I don't want to scream at everyone. But they have stores, don't they, for people who are like plus size, like XL stuff. So like they do, they have that. They have that, but for cats. So, anyways, I know this sounds bad, but it's coming from a good place, I promise. He's just like a bigger guy. Or bigger cat, so we had to order him like a special harness for big cats. So we got him with like ones with money signs on it, and we always like play music while we walk him. Like,
So he's a pimp
They
cat.
see me rolling, they hate, and he has like the money, and he's like a big cat and stuff.
There, you got him sunglasses too.
No, but that's a good idea. That's what's coming for Christmas. So
Because like a Santa hat and sunglasses. That's dope.
it's funny because like we've talked about this plenty of times, so I won't beat a dead horse. But like I post some fucking shit like that on my story, and like I swear I got like 8 replies, and then I try really hard on a video and I get like 12 likes. I'm like, dude, you guys are ugh. But it's funny though, so I get it. Like
It
walking
works.
walking a cat on a harness is like, I guess, a funny thing that a lot of people don't do. So
What are you doing?
I'm just ADHDing out because I have coffee and I have ADHD, so I got to distract myself. So
You ever thought about getting like a fidget toy?
Not really, because like fidgeting I don't think is like my biggest problem. Like it is like something I do like right here, but I think my bigger problem is like I just don't listen very well. So I thought about like I don't smoke at all, but like I've thought about like buying marijuana just to try it in those high intensity moments where like I really can't concentrate, and like I'm like my head's feels like has a lot going on up there. So
There is what I used to take sometimes to help me like calm down to sleep, because I have this thing where I'm not sure if I'm sure we've talked about this. You can relate with this. Is that sometimes when I try to sleep and I have a lot of thoughts in my head, it's hard for me to just like knock out, and I'll just be up rolling till like 3 or 4 in the morning until trying to fall asleep. So I've been thinking about getting this again. I got these like these CBD chocolates, or like, but had no THC, so it had no mental effect.
okay.
But it made your body feel heavy, and then like it kind of cleared your brain, made it feel heavy, and it actually, surprisingly, and I can't fall asleep on a plane. It's super hard for me to fall asleep on a plane. It actually helped me knock out a little bit.
Oh wow.
I did look fucking crazy because I didn't think about this, but I had my earbuds on, like my AirPods, and then this was on the way to Hawaii a while ago. I had my AirPods on, and then I had my sleeping mask on, and I had a mask on. So I was just,
oh my god! So you're literally just all masked
I
up.
was
like
just
literally no one could see what
I
you
was
are.
speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil. Like,
Dude, yo, that's fucking funny. Actually,
I was like, I thought about it when I took it off, and it was like the
flight attendant.
The flight attendant would have walked over, thought I was fucking insane. It's just, I just looked like I had a ski mask on. Like,
Dude, that's fucking funny.
but yeah, no, it helps me calm down a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, melatonin helps me when in those instances I have melatonin, and I take it usually like maybe every other night. So like I don't really have to worry about staying up necessarily because melatonin just knocks my ass out. But like it's more for like when it's like 1 p.m. I have to work, or like it's Sunday like right now, and I'm gonna go make reels after this. But then like I get distracted. I want to listen to music. It's like kind of like when I get distracted, I really need to like
like a focus type of thing.
Right. Like the Beatles would smoke weed before they make music because it helped them like focus in on like their craft and stuff. And I almost wonder if that's like there's some truth to that because I feel like a lot of artists do that.
I was told from some of our mutual friends that do partake in the weeds that there's different types. I don't know because I personally I've had, you know, we
both have smoked, but we are not frequent smokers.
I just don't like the feeling of it. I don't like feeling slow. Like it makes you feel slow, and like I like to drink, and I like the feeling of being drunk. Sometimes, obviously, when you're partying, but I feel like that you can control the emotions a little bit more. When you, it's like being drunk and being tipsy is basically a higher, more exaggerated form of what you're currently feeling.
Yeah, no,
So,
for sure, I agree.
If you want to relax, you drink a beer or you drink something, and then that's why people sometimes, it's called a nightcap. You just and it just help you with calming down before you sleep while you're just kind of relax your shoulders a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's also the same reason why when you go out, you drink because you just want to fucking go ham and go crazy and have fun because it makes you feel loose and it makes you feel woozy, and you know, it gets you numb to certain things.
Yeah.
So obviously drink responsibly. This is the second time I've said this. Very concerned. So
I mean, it's like something. I mean, I drink frequently too, so it's something we always talk about because it's like part of our lives. So.
But
cool.
On the second part of that is that with weed, though, is that the experience I've had with weed is it's always very slow, very, very laxed, and I just don't like the feeling of that, man. I just don't personally enjoy that kind of wobbly, and I also fucking eat like 17 pizzas I get heavy munchies, dude.
And for those of you that are gonna say, well, you're not smoking indica, or you're not supposed to smoking sativa, like I mean, like I've tried both, and typically even though one does make you more hyperactive, it's still like a very lethargic and slow state of mind and like state of feel.
Yeah, I've heard like I don't remember which one it was. I think it was indica. I forgot which. One of our friends told me when I told her like, hey, like I'm not.
Or him. We're not implying it was a guy or a girl. I just don't want anyone to be like.
Well. Yeah.
I mean, it could be anyone. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
Now you made an emphasis on it.
My bad.
So I told them that look, I'm not. I don't really like weed because it makes me feel slow, and she said she would recommend me trying. I think it was indica. She said it was like a more energy based one or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, and it just stuck in my back of my mind. I just don't think about it anymore. But I don't know. Maybe it'll help you.
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about it. The reason why I'm not a frequent smoker, and what I mean by that is I maybe smoke like 2-3 times a year.
Are we gonna talk about Portland's story?
Oh yeah, we can. This is a good segue. Yeah, we can talk about that. Let me just finish this up. But anyways, the reason I don't smoke, and I maybe smoke 2-3 times a year at max, is because one, it's expensive.
Yes.
B,
oh my god, it's so expensive.
It's really expensive, especially since it became legal. Prices went up because it's more controlled now, and so now there's more like control over the prices you can charge for weed. So it got more expensive once it became legalized, and plus inflation. Also, it's just like a habit I don't want to form. Like I don't want to spend time and take that out of my day to potentially put myself in a state of mind where I'm just like not able to function on what I need to on my day to day.
Yeah.
And like I think just those two reasons alone really are enough for me just to say like fuck it, I'm not gonna do it. But I would give it a shot in an instance of like I feel hyperactive and I feel like I can't focus. Maybe I'll try it and see what happens. So
yeah, I mean,
and the smell I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah. It's very it reminds me weirdly of like a skunk smell. Did you get that too?
I get more. I mean, I see where you're coming from. I get more of like a grassy, like like it's like I mean, it is like it's a plant, but yeah, I get more of like that grassy smell, but like it's not like a pleasant one. Yeah, it's just kind of like whatever to me. It's not enjoyable, but it's not terrible either. So.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, it's weird. It's funny to me because ever since it got legalized, like you see these like fancy, nice ass dispensaries. Like they're like jewelry shops. And I think past college, I think if we're gonna embark in a vice, we're gonna do so nicely.
Yeah.
Or if we're gonna do so in something in a way that we like it, like when we drink, we don't buy the bottom shelf like things anymore, which is nice.
Yeah.
I'd rather not die on a Popov or Smirnoff anymore.
Yeah, seriously.
But on the same hill, if we were to get into like weed, it's like that's expensive. Like that like that bag of like chocolates that I told you about, it was like 12 of them for like $25-$30. That was like 4 years ago.
Right. And I also feel like it's a personal thing. Like for me, and maybe you would agree, like I feel like I have more control over the amount I'm intaking when I'm drinking.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I can hit a hard stop of like, I'm just gonna have one beer.
Yeah.
And even then, like I don't even finish a beer sometimes. I'm like, I actually didn't really even want this, and I just throw it away. Like it's not a big deal to do that.
When it comes to like drugs, I realize that you can't. It's such a high dosage per milligram that like there's no okay, we're also lucky in the sense that we have a kind of a tolerance.
Yeah, for sure.
Where we could have a beer or a drink or two when we're going out and not feel anything. It's just for the taste or for the moment, and it's like, oh, cool, whatever. We won't personally feel anything really.
Yeah.
But if I were to take a half fucking gummy, that our pantry is gone. There's every instant noodle, pizza, chip, whatever the fuck is in our fridge or anything, like it's gone.
Yeah. So your side effects, like the occurrence of smoking, results in like you wanting to eat. That's like kind of what happens for you for the most part in your experience.
Oh, dude, I finished my most disgusting moment in my life. Is I remember trying like a weed beer because I didn't like the feeling of smoking.
Yeah.
But I tried a weed beer, and then I knocked out. I by myself finished a whole entire large Domino's cheese pizza.
Yes. Oh my god, that sounds amazing.
I myself
Yo,
by
that
myself.
Good as
that's
fuck.
probably like I think that's like 5,000 calories.
Yeah.
I ate a whole pizza to myself.
Yeah, that sounds so good.
And then had 2 more slices.
Bruh.
And then we also had spaghetti. I ate and then I still drank. Like, dude,
damn, where were you? Like Buca de Beppo, or did you actually order Domino's?
No, we ordered Domino's out. Like we were all. It was in the Hollywood Hills. We were all just chilling. I forgot what was the occasion, but like I was just eating and eating. That was the most disgusting moments of my life. Like it was disgusting. I can't think of a moment where I ate more than that in my life, and just yeah, like you just lose control of those cravings, and it's just like it's gone. Like especially with me, I have very bad cravings when it comes to food, because I cook, like, so I crave taste a lot throughout the day.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
sorry, go for it.
No, so yeah, so like weed hits me hard at the munchies.
I see.
Like drunchies, I can stop after, like, okay, I can, if I get like a chocolate, or like if I get a bag of chips, I can stop, and that's like fine.
Yeah. Maybe like do a quick Taco Bell run or something like that. But like,
and have a single taco, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to munchies, it's like,
no, for sure. I think I'm not like that. I think like what happens to me is I just fucking get lazy and I sleep. Like I just like lay down on my bed and I get super comfortable.
Yeah.
Like weed just makes me feel like everything in my body is just very comfortable, and it makes me just not want to do anything. So like I think that's where the fear kicks in for me, is like I would hate to like get into it and then start getting into the like idea of taking it like at 12, 2 p.m., even 5 p.m. and then just being like, okay, well, I can't function for the rest of the day now.
Yeah.
So that's like my thing.
Dude,
so.
you should start about the fucking Portland story.
Our
first time in Portland.
We can like go down that road.
I love y'all. Love y'all, Organians.
Before we go down the Portland story, though, we're not shading anyone that smokes weed, because we do it too. It's just like it's not our preferred, not our choice, our first choice.
It's not our first choice of vice.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
But if you guys ever want to talk about drinking or making cocktails, you know where to come, because that's what we like to do. I love making cocktails. I haven't really like gone down that road in like a couple months, but I was like talking to Lindsay about it, and I was like, man, I really want to do that again, especially with the holidays. Like,
oh yeah,
there's a lot of good like Christmas and fall spice drinks you can make right now.
This is the one time ever I have this, but I only get hot chocolates like once a year, and it's like around Christmas, just around Christmas. And then I remember one of our old roommates, Michaela, she made offhandedly like one of the best bourbon hot chocolates, like alcoholic hot chocolates I've ever had. It's super offhand. She just guesstimated everything, so she doesn't even know how she did it.
Yeah,
shit was delicious, and it was like peppermint bourbon hot chocolate. That shit was amazing.
Yeah, that sounds really good. Dude, peppermint's like one of the most like iconic and goated like flavors of all time. I just love peppermint.
All right, mint chocolate chip or peppermint mint chocolate chip?
Peppermint. I like peppermint
more.
more.
Yeah.
Like peppermint coffee is just like insane. Like I love like peppermint flavored shit.
There's like that. It's like that because it has that extra spice to it. You know?
Yeah,
a little spice.
I don't know about you, but my favorite holidays are like Christmas. Like I love Christmas. I love St. Patrick's Day, and I love like Halloween. But like for me, Christmas is like one of those like homey holidays. I feel like for a lot of people, maybe they feel similar because people go back home for the holidays. But like it brings me a lot of like internal comfort when I have peppermint. It's like we've talked about like foods that remind you of your childhood.
Yeah.
I don't think it reminds me of childhood necessarily, but it like brings me a lot of like the comfort inside. It's like a good feeling of like warmness. I don't know how to describe it.
Randomly, maybe the next podcast, the podcast after, we got to do a cheat meal podcast because I need to make you probably my most comfort food.
Yeah, we have to do another cheat meal podcast soon.
Yeah. I need to make you my like childhood comfort dish, which is probably the worst thing ever for you.
Do you feel like you want to save it for the podcast, or you want to say what the dish name is?
I'll say for the podcast. I'll say for the podcast,
cool.
But it's like just that came into my brain. But I think holiday wise, Christmas is interesting because it is. I think in terms of the feeling as an environment in America. If I'm here, it's definitely it's the coolest feeling holiday, right? There's because it's not just being with family. Like the whole entire world and country gets into this kind of festive mood. It's cold. You also get to go snowboarding. You get the hot chocolate,
right?
And it's the feeling. It as an environment. I think Christmas is always like the nicest. In terms of just like my personal life, though. I think, honestly, oddly enough, Thanksgiving has been always my go-to.
Huh.
So, backstory on my end, my dad and my mom have been divorced since I was like 2.
Yeah.
Because of that, growing up, I had to go visit my dad in Hong Kong.
Just for the holidays?
Just for for Christmas, and they don't.
Oh, Christmas.
They don't really. Christmas is already a very serialized type of merchant like type of not merchant whatever the word. It's a holiday that's also very marketing. It's
right. It's like people like capitalize on it.
Capitalize
sell a lot
it.
Of
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
Which is fine. I think that's part of what it is to make a holiday. You know, you gotta make your money. We get that more than anyone else.
Yeah.
But there's also this feeling of, along with that, there's a feeling of a need to be up with your family and enjoy it together.
I see.
And I feel like being in, not to say Hong Kong and China, they don't really celebrate it. They do celebrate it in the sense of having that marketing type of,
like
commercialized version of it. And it's beautiful. They do an amazing job. What's it called? Decorating everything for it. But you don't have that Christmas dinner. You don't have that Christmas morning, and you don't have that feeling of, and that's what I always missed growing up. So growing up doing that all the time, it's I never really felt like I really truly enjoyed it as much as I could have as a kid.
Yeah.
And so, which is fine. I mean, I had to visit family, but to be fair for them in China, like they have separate holidays. That would be their equivalent would be Chinese New Year's. That's an insane holiday to be there for.
Yeah, I bet.
So
because that when was that? Sorry, you just said January, February.
January, February.
Gotcha.
Depends on the Lunar New Year. It's a very odd holiday to have it fucking change every goddamn year.
Yeah, for sure. Well, last year was Year of the Tiger, right?
Yeah, Year of the Tiger.
What's this next year?
I don't fucking remember.
Because I know Pig was before that, and then Dog was before that, or
something like that, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's the year of the goddamn something. The
Pick an
year of the
animal.
animal.
Rat was 2 years ago, I think, actually. But yeah, anyways.
Yeah. Anyways, so growing up, that was kind of my experience growing up, but Thanksgiving, my family always got together.
Okay. Like everybody, or you mean like you visit your mom and like your stepdad and stuff?
My mom, my stepdad, and my whole family from my mom's side would get together.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Christmas they did too, but I wasn't able to be a part of that feeling.
I see.
So, and I think as a family, we never really were able to get all of the family together during Christmas and New Year's. Mm-hmm. But for Thanksgiving, we always were able to. I don't know why. That's just how my family worked. So in terms of like feeling of being with family and enjoying that, probably Thanksgiving.
Nice.
In terms of like actually like the environment, the feeling, the movies, the mood, everything, the festivity, I definitely love Christmas.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think all holidays are good, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
I love Valentine's Day, too. I didn't even say that. But, like, there's, like, a lot of good things about both. I think Thanksgiving, for me at least, is, like, one of the lower ones. Because I feel like I didn't have, like, a bigger family. So we never really had the chance to, like, do a big thing on Thanksgiving. So, like, I have no resentment there. But it was just never, like,
a big
deal or priority to my family. We tried a couple of years and it just like wasn't really working out kind of thing. So like we just now just make a turkey and we just eat it for dinner and like that's literally it. We don't even say like happy Thanksgiving to each other. We just like do it because like it's kind of one of those things that you just do.
You do, yeah.
But yeah, Christmas is definitely like a bigger deal. Like I remember when I was younger, my mom would like when the Wii came out, she was like one of the first 20 people at Walmart on like Black Friday, and because of that she was like one of the 20 people that actually got Wii's that year because they were like selling like super fast. So like our family will go kind of like all out on like making sure it's like a good Christmas and like people get good gifts and stuff like that. But we probably do have to like kind of take a break and come back here to our last segment. We could talk about Portland next though.
Oh god. Yeah.
If you're down.
Cheers. Dude, I've been
What's up?
What's it called? I recently finished the latest Genshin chapter because it popped out, and I'm like everyone in the communities and the community pages is just like crying. It's because it's so fucking sad. It's so sad.
It's a good story too.
It's really good. It's like the longest chapter they've had. It's literally like 6 hours.
Oh damn!
It's a 6-hour chapter they added, and the ending. Everyone's just like crying in tears. It's so sad.
Have you so I haven't, so before you say anything, I have not, but have you caught up on Spy Family yet? Like have you seen the recent episode that came out yesterday?
I haven't, but I also fully caught up in the manga, so I know what happens.
Okay, yeah, so I'm not caught up. I'm on episode 6 of the new season, which is halfway through the next season, but apparently this next episode is like pretty sad. I don't want to spoil it, so I won't say anything more, but like apparently this new season is actually super nice because it's not just episode fighting and shit or like look at this epic power that this dog has now. It's like okay, they give like character development and they make you feel good about the characters and shit. You see them grow up as family members, all that good stuff. But
it's definitely it's odd to get into this tangent, but it's actually, so I was recently thinking about this. It's like, why do I personally enjoy sad stuff? And then it's not like the documentaries and everything. Like I truly enjoy those. Like part of the reason why I think, and a lot of people I think the recent Genshin story as like the example, right? Everyone loved it, but it makes you feel so terribly sad, like depressingly sad. It's so sad at the end. And then also another example is my favorite anime. The one we watched together was Steins Gate. Yeah. That ending moment.
Dude, the ending was crazy though.
The ending moment, I won't forget it because of how fucking heart-wrenchingly sad it is. Yeah. It's like soul-wrenching.
Have you seen Code Geass all the way through?
I have not seen
Dude,
it.
That is a heart-wrenching one at the very end.
I heard that it is an insane one. Like there's something about tragedy that just like hits you in the soul, and I think it applies to music too. I don't think you mentioned to me you're not too fond that much of ballady music.
About what music?
Ballad.
Oh, like ballads and like slow songs.
Yeah.
Not really. Yeah, it's like far and few in between. So
yeah, for me, when I adore them, partially because of how I grew up, but I feel like there's something about how someone portrays emotions inside of it that really just like makes you feel something, feels emotional, makes you feel human.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that way about like anime and movies and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this sounds so stupid. Okay, I'm gonna expose myself, but it was really sad.
When did you cry?
Okay,
when did you cry, Riley?
I almost cried. Okay, don't make fun of me. I almost cried.
It's my job to make fun of you. We're on a podcast,
dude. I almost cried. I literally almost cried watching The Bachelor. A couple nights ago.
It's over. We're done.
Dude, you don't understand. Like, I was watching The Bachelor in Paradise, and for the two people that are listening that know, Aaron and Genevieve almost broke up. He almost let Genevieve walk off the island, and then he was like, she was like, I just wanted to pull you aside to tell you that I loved you. And then he was like, well, I love you too. And then everyone was like, yeah, but like, they were like crying. I think there's this like, the point of me saying that is I instinctually cry when I see other people crying. I don't know why, but
I'm taking that you're 50% of the business.
Dude, it's a good show. You just don't understand. Listen, The Bachelor's a good show, okay? Go watch.
I mean, it has to be a good show. It's been how many fucking seasons?
It's a season 8, I think, of just Bachelor in Paradise. So.
Oh my god!
Because Bachelor in Paradise brings back people from old episodes of The Bachelor and Bachelorette, and who didn't find love, and try and put them on an island to find love there. So that's what Lindsay and I watched, and then we watched Spy Family after. So yeah. Anyways, Bachelor in Paradise, I almost fucking cried the other day. For those that know about Genevieve and Aaron, though, they would know why, because that shit was sad as fuck. It was like, he was literally about to, she was pissed, and they started an argument for everyone, and she was about to leave his ass, and then he like swooped in. He was like, no, I fucking love you, and like all this stuff. So
that reminds me of there's an old skit, I think it was a Wong Fu skit that they did. It was like phones ruin like romantic scenes. Okay. And so it's like the scene of the girl running out of, you know, like that classic scene in like movies where it's like, I'm leaving you, and she goes to the airport, and then has this internal monologue of like, I should run after her. Like and he runs out, and he's running, and he has this moment while he's running, he's like, dude, I have a phone. I could just like so instead of running,
like text her real quick.
Instead of running after he pulls up the phone and calls her, he's like, hey babe, can you come back? I love you. And then the girl's like, you didn't try to come after me? It's like, why not? I have a phone. It's faster.
Call you up.
It takes me 45 minutes to go to LAX. And she's like, I'm leaving. And he's like, fuck, I need to run now.
Dude, yeah, I mean, I really do be like that though. But yeah, anyways.
But yeah,
we were gonna talk about Portland.
Yeah, it's a side tangent. We love sad stuff.
Yeah,
sad stuff is good. It's great storytelling.
Yeah, go watch The Bachelor.
Don't go. Watch Steins Gate, guys.
Yeah, okay. Actually, you can do either. Both are pretty sad.
Watch Steins Gate. Watch Spy Family. Watch The Bachelor, I guess.
Yeah, definitely do that. But anyways, we're gonna talk about Portland because we talked about like smoking weed, and I feel like. And drinking alcohol. Yeah. That was definitely a big theme of our Portland trip, which didn't happen like recently, by the way.
It happened like, a long time ago compared to like our...
Dude, yeah. I think it was like 5 years ago, literally.
4 or 5 years ago now.
Because I got a Facebook notification of all places, and it said, relive this memory from 5 years ago. And it was us in Portland. And I was like...
Damn, 5 years ago, dude.
That shit felt like it was like... I guess like 5 is like when you think about it, the right amount of time. But like so much shit's happened between then. I'm like, fuck. Like it could have like happened like 2 years ago, and I would have felt like it would have been 2 years ago, you know.
It was our first major trip as friends to go somewhere, which was, it makes sense. It was about like 5 years ago, I guess.
Yeah. So the trip was me, Jordan, Chip, who we probably will have on the podcast soon, and then Mark and Felix.
Felix was the one. Yeah.
And so we all went up to Portland, Oregon, just like on a guys trip and shit.
Yeah.
And it surprisingly didn't rain a lot, like not as much as I thought it was gonna rain. Like it rained maybe like a day out of like the 5 days we were there, but it was pretty cool.
Sprinkling a lot. I remember.
Yeah, but we like went all these like pubs and bars and shit. Like it was like really cool.
What you do as a guys trip.
Yeah.
You know? We. On hindsight, I think we learned that we should probably planned a little bit more.
Yeah, we just like went on a whim, and we just like were like, let's figure it out when we're there. And it wasn't like the best strategy, but it's okay.
It's a learning experience. It's fun. But to fast forward into the part where we And so at the time, I wanted to keep in mind, everyone, that like at the time, California still was
not legalized for marijuana, right?
Legal marijuana wasn't legalized federally or in California, but in Oregon it was.
Yeah.
And one of our friends, we won't say who, is more.
One of the people we mentioned previously.
Yeah, enjoys weed and enjoys that much more than everyone else.
Yep, that's facts.
And so we, like I said, we went to pub and bar and brewery to brewery. Like, if you guys don't know, I think Portland has the most breweries per capita in the United States.
Is that true?
I think so.
Dude, that's dope. What the heck?
They have an insane brewery.
I mean, like, it makes sense because, like, I feel like there was like breweries on every street corner.
Again, for the third time, drink responsibly.
Yeah.
So we went. I think we've had like this day. We had like all day just back to back playing. We were playing like mini golf and everything and axe throwing and
it was like a long day and we came home.
And we came home and we had like I think we were 14 drinks in or some shit like this. It was like an insane amount of drinks throughout.
We had a whiteboard too. And we were keeping tally marks of like how many drinks like each person had. I have some of the videos too from that trip.
Yeah,
I don't know if we're allowed to show them, but
we probably shouldn't.
I have a picture of the final count.
Yeah.
And I think I had like 13 tally marks, and then
on that day,
and then Mark had like 7. I think or something like that. But yeah, anyways, we were like tally marking how many like drinks we had and stuff.
Yeah, this guy. We had some dumbass ideas. I remember one of them was that we should call the girl we're talking to or whoever.
Like hit up the girl we're dating
and
like,
ask them to pick a number between 1 through 10.
And then we had to like take that many shots or something.
Yeah, take
like,
that many drinks.
Yeah.
Shots. Oh my god, that was the dumbest idea. That was the stupidest idea.
Didn't someone pick like 1 or 0 or something like that?
The girl I was talking to picked like 2 for me.
Oh, that was it. We all got fucked or some shit, and you got like 2. We got like I think someone got like 12, and we were like, dude,
that's not even out of 10.
Yeah. Or someone picked like 10 then or something. They picked the highest number possible, and I was like, dude.
So we were all gonna go back after just going out in Portland. We went to a liquor store, grabbed a couple drinks to bring back to the Airbnb. We were just gonna watch movies and just chill for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
And then so one of our Chip, it loves mimosas. That's like his drink of choice. So we got mimosas. We poured it into each of our cups. On the way back, though, the friend that really enjoys weed or got pure from a dispensary, pure THC syrup.
Yeah,
1,000 milligrams.
We made a pit stop, and someone from the group decided that it was a good idea to get liquid THC. So basically,
liquid. This is not like this is. It was He tells us like, oh my god, you're being babies about this. Like, dude, we don't smoke. We don't smoke.
That was true even back then. Like, we smoked maybe like 2-3 times a year, maybe.
Yeah, like this is straight THC syrup, like concentrate.
Yeah.
And so while we were all drinking, he's like, you're supposed to put like a dab, like a drip,
like two drops
little drops into each of our drinks. But mind you, we're 14 drinks in, so he just goes to each of our drinks and like literally starts pouring it.
Yeah, no, like he at the bottom went like a little splash, like
a
like a big Shamu splash that gets on you after Shamu comes down at SeaWorld.
I would say probably like at least a fourth to a half shot.
Yeah, it was a lot, but I remember like seeing it happen too, because I remember that he tried to like sneakily do it too. I remember like we had the drinks just sitting there,
which was the dumbest thing ever.
And
he literally is trying to sneak it.
He's like down low, like this, get close to the drinks, and goes and splashes it in. And I literally am seeing him. I'm like, dude, we're
literally all standing in front of him. He's doing this.
He was like, just like no one's looking, and we're just all staring at what he's doing. Like, I remember he gave it to me and to you and to somebody else. And we were just like, okay, it's time to drink. And I remember specifically being like, I'm not drinking that. Like, I remember I said that. He's like, dude, just drink it. And I was like, I'm not drinking that. I said that like 4 times. And I think someone in our group like caved, and they were like, you know what, I'll just drink it. So then I was like, yeah, fuck it.
I think that was me. I just didn't care.
Then I caved because you caved, because someone caved, and we'll just say it's you. And then after that, I was just like, all right, whatever. If you're going to go down that road, I'll go down that road with you.
It sounds like a me thing.
Like, I
it
usually
does,
get-
yeah, because you're just like, I don't care, but
It's like,
I'm more
whatever.
like, I like knew, because I was like, dude, I'm gonna get crossed off of this. Like, this shit's gonna
Oh,
not
yeah.
be good. But then, like, when somebody like opened up and they were like, oh, whatever, I was just kind of like, okay, whatever. Because if shit happens bad to me, then at least someone else is going through it.
we might gotta suffer together.
Is exactly what happened. Because after that, we both drank it, and then that's when shit started hitting the fan for real.
So again, we're not used to like TX. Like it could have been like a dose that is, I think for our friend, the amount he put for himself is the same for he put for us, but he is used to this. So
Yeah,
like,
his tolerance is high because I live with him and I know his tolerance is high.
His tolerance is high, yeah. So for us though, we have no tolerance at all. And so I remember specifically what happened was that it's like 20, 30 minutes later.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, you tell your side of the story and then I'll tell mine actually. That could be better.
I remember what happened is I grabbed specifically, someone told a joke and it wasn't even that funny.
Yeah.
I just laughed. I couldn't stop laughing. I laughed like it was like there was laughing gas in me. I was just laughing and laughing.
Yeah, you were going for like 40 minutes probably.
Like nonstop. And I remember because I was laughing, our friend Mark was laughing too.
Yeah.
And he grabbed me and I will never forget this.
What?
We're laughing right in front of each other. Like he's grabbing me like, for the love of God, Jordan,
Please stop
laughing.
But wait, that's not the best. That's not even the best.
Oh
part.
no, that's not even. We're not even getting close.
Because the bad part hasn't happened yet. Because there was a bad part to this. So
yeah, so that's when I knew it hit me hard. That's like when I knew it like really fucked me.
It was like in you.
And then I was like walking, or I was like, oh my God. And then I don't exactly remember what happened from there, but I just remember thinking like seeing stars and like shit. And I was like, he was passed out on the couch because
who's he?
Mark was passed out on the couch because he was used to having weed inside his system.
He just like knocked out.
He just knocked out. He was fine. Me and Riley were fucked. We were gone.
We were awake too. We didn't like get drowsy or sleep.
No. I was paranoid high, and like I was laying over the sink. I think I probably upchucked inside of the sink.
Yeah.
And then like thinking that fucking aliens were real. Like I remember thinking like Bigfoot was around us, like some shit. I just like I remember
Dude.
Felix was like on my back like tapping me, and I was like dude, what do you think about like the black hole in the universe inside of the black hole?
Yeah, you were like a crazy person.
I thought I had like that like enlightened moment of, oh my God, like holy
aliens
shit.
are real and my life is a lie.
My life is a lie. It was bad. The part that hit me hardest is that after I think Felix went and grabbed milk, because apparently milk helps with THC overdose, which is what we had. We had like a extreme high amount for who we are.
Yeah.
And I remember after having the milk, sitting down on the side of the bed and remembering the Portland trip that we had, and specifically remembering it as if it was like as if it happened 30 years ago.
Oh,
like,
wow, seriously.
Like I thought, like I literally had like that old man moment.
Damn, so you were old man Al, really?
Yeah, I was literally old man Al. I literally had that moment where I'm sitting there. I'm like, God, that was such a great time with the boys. we were
30 years ago.
30. I was like, we were just out partying, going out, the life of being young. I'm laying there and I'm like remembering the trip. And then I remember to the moment where I'm like, wait, how did we get back? And it dawned on me, holy shit, we're still here.
Dude, I feel the same because like I feel the same in like that time, like time was disconnected from that moment, because like for me, like he split the splash in, I drank it. I remember it was a rum like drink. It's probably just like Jack and Coke or something like that.
Yeah.
And then or not Jack and Coke,
and Coke.
Captain Morgan. It was rum and Coke.
Remember, this guy used to be called the captain.
Yeah, I was captain at that time. I was the captain, so I was sticking with Captain Morgan.
I'm not captain now.
And so I did just like rum and Coke, and then with the splash of the THC. And I remember like it was funny to see you laughing, but then like it hit my stomach really hard.
Oh,
like,
yeah?
It felt in my stomach, like it felt like it was getting eaten alive kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I remember like I was like standing around just walking like a weird ass person, like not saying anything. I was laughing and shit, but then like I would stop and I would just get all weird. And I remember walking into the bedroom, one of the more iconic moments of the trip.
Oh God.
And I saw I saw Felix and Chip sitting on the bed together in one of the bedrooms. And then I remember saying like, Chip, and then like it gets quiet and he just looks at me with like big eyes and he's like, yeah. And I'm like, I don't feel so good. And then like I literally collapsed right there in front of him, but my head fucking hit the side of the wall right there. And I collapsed on the floor. I went like dunk, and my head hit the wall and I fell on the floor. And the first thing these dudes do is like,
I remember this.
God, is there a hole in the wall? And then like I'm like dying on the floor and they're like checking the wall to make sure it's not like fucked up and shit.
Yeah, no, the first thing, Chip, I remember this because I was like on the other room. I remember Chip saying, I remember hearing that, and then Chip running over, and I just hear, oh my God, fucking hell, oh my God.
Is the wall okay?
And he looked over, and he was like, oh, thank God the wall's okay.
And I'm literally like in one of the worst states I've ever been in my entire life.
This man is like flopping like a fish, like on the ground.
Borderline seizure and shit. And he's like, okay, now the wall's okay. And then he just like went back to sit down on the bed or whatever.
I remember going up to him. I was like, the wall, Riley's like dying. And he's like, do you want to pay for the fucking damage on the wall? I was like, good point.
Yeah. I'm still like just laying on the ground. But I think the worst part for me wasn't the collapse and the fact that I was
you had a scar from it, didn't you?
I did have like a little scar on my forehead. I don't have it anymore, but the worst part wasn't blacking out then because I got back up like 20 minutes later, and I went to the toilet and I just started throwing up all over the like toilet or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And then Felix came up behind me and he like was trying to make sure I was okay, but I literally thought in my mind he was trying to kill me. Like, I literally was like, dude, this guy's gonna take my head and like throw it into the toilet right now, and he's trying to kill me. And like I kept thinking he was trying to kill me, so I was like, dude, don't fucking get near me and shit. And he's like, dude, I'm trying to help you. And then like in that moment too, I felt like I was living my life like 100 times. Like it was weird. Like I would like go into the future, then come back to the part where I was born in life, and I would go back to that moment where Felix is like helping me on the toilet. And that happened like 100 times, like literally. Like it felt like I was living my life 100 times over. So it was not a good experience at all. And that's a part of the reason too I kind of stepped away from THC. I'm like, dude.
Yeah,
I like it's terrible. I've had a bad experience with it because it's not a terrible like.
It's not a terrible drug. It's not a terrible
drug. But
drug.
like because of my bad experience, I'm like, fuck, I really don't want to have to deal with that shit again.
So again, overlining theme to the story is that be careful. Everything in moderation, guys.
Yeah.
Everything in moderation. Don't learn from our experiences, or if you do experiences them to yourself, let us know how it went below. We'd love to hear about it.
That shit was scary, dude.
Yeah. I do kind of, part of me does want to try shrooms for that specific because everyone says like it's like the beginning hallucinogenic thing.
Yeah.
And like some people tell me like it's actually like kind of nice for your brain in a sense, just to have that one break.
Sorry if you're listening to this, Mom. So I had to say it, but yeah, I don't know. Like I've never really, I guess like maybe there's been a mild interest, but like it would have to be a right situation with the right people, right time.
Yeah, definitely. No, 100%. Like again, second part of this is that never like drink or do any type of drug, or if you do choose to do so, like if you choose to be super sober, that's perfectly fine. Like that's a good thing, good for you. But if you do choose to have those things, just make sure you're around the right people. Like don't do it by yourself. Like in do it other, like have other people, have someone who's sober, have someone who's like who can take care of you.
Yeah.
During our scenario, we had someone who was able to help us. Thank God.
Yeah, there was one person who was like sober-ish.
So, yeah. So like it was. So just keep that in mind. THC, weed, not a bad thing. There's good applications for it to help you focus, relax, just like everything in balance.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good trip though. All in all,
it was good. Great Portland trip, guys.
it was fun.
I do think we should take another boys trip. That would be good. That'd be cool.
Possibly maybe. Japan. I've almost hit my sales goal.
Nice.
So that could happen next year for all of us, hopefully.
Yeah. I keep saying this, but I really want to go to Mardi Gras one of these years.
I want to go to Mardi Gras too.
Not sure about next year because that is like really Mardi Gras. I think in February. It probably had to be 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we wanted to go for Mardi Gras. Anyways, yeah, cool little chat. Just nothing really crazy or serious this time, just because it's been a while since, for us, it's been a while since we've like done this.
Yeah.
But
it's nice to know that every Sunday too we have this as well, because
Yeah.
like it gives us like a good reason to like sit down and actually have these conversations. Like
yeah,
sometimes I literally forget that we're gonna post this and other people are gonna hear this, but like
yeah,
it's just nice to sit down too, you know?
yeah. Like I said before, it's like it's so weird because we have a business together. Two, we live together, but it's like we rarely get the chance. Like we talk and joke around a lot, but we rarely get the chance to really sit down and talk.
Yeah, it's tough. And I don't like that either, but it is what it is.
That's just reality of life, you know?
Yeah. Especially since now we're like both in relationships. We're both still working too. That's the issue, I think. Well, issue. Like, you know, it's like we work and we have try and like run our business and stuff. And
yeah, it's tough.
And then we have to like we don't get paid as much as we would like for our business yet. So like it's kind of like you have to calendar out everything before and after work to make it happen. Like this weekend I'm creating YouTube ads and shit, but like that's probably going to take like 4 hours, you know?
Yeah.
And it's all got to be from like internal motivation and like consistency. So
yeah,
but it is what it is. So
some things to look forward to that we are, by the time this is uploaded, I would assume my guess is either late November, early December by how we've been uploading things. So let's say that. I'll have my YouTube up and going. So just look out for that. My YouTube is, all of my tags are under JorJor EXP. So I'm starting to put out content in terms of like long form. I've been doing like these like real, like if you guys watch this, I've been doing like these like food reels for a while. I'll be starting to do like actual long form stuff, explaining a bit more about making food based off of different video games, anime. I recently did Persona 5's LeBlanc curry, which is really cool.
that was a good video, by the way.
Yeah.
I was super pissed that didn't get like hundreds of thousands of views, because that was like legitimately, I'm not just saying this because like it's your video, like I'm just saying like that legitimately was like a really good idea. So
yeah, I mean like it just takes time, man. So the other video game stuff, so video game, anime. I'm also getting my Twitch started for live streaming, so that's going on. I actually just bought my audio interface for that. So again, everything under JorJor EXP is my thing. So
yeah, so most importantly, follow GainEXP Fitness. That's going to be on, for now, YouTube. Like definitely go check out YouTube, because we got shorts rolling and we're gonna have videos coming up soon. So YouTube, TikTok, shout out Khalid for that one. Instagram, not Twitch yet, I don't think.
No.
And
Discord.
then Discord, yeah, you can join the Discord. I'm
Yeah.
starting to get in there now. When I stream, I'm in like the chats and stuff. So
definitely.
you can come be toxic while I'm streaming and join if you'd like, and scream into the mic super loud in the middle of a big team fight in Overwatch. Like,
Where just know that
definitely open to
when
that.
the new Pokemon comes out, if you pay him enough, he will kill one of his Pokemon.
No. Oh, they dropped a new Pokemon today. Did you see that?
The treasure chest one, right?
It's so bad. It's like, but I'll give them kudos. This is the only bad Pokemon they've dropped. The rest have been like really good.
I really like the ghost dog.
the Ghost Doggy is cute.
Yeah.
But yeah. So those are where you can find GainEXP Fitness. And of course, since this will probably drop sometime during the holidays, you can buy merch. We got t-shirts and all that going on. The shaker cup right there.
We'll have the shirts and everything.
We got all that. And then for me, like Doggo EXP is like all my tags. I stream on Twitch every week now. So definitely like check it out once a week. My biggest days are going to be Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, I've decided. So I'm going to stream 3 times a week. Right now I'm playing Overwatch 2. I'll be speedrunning Hades probably this week, actually on Tuesday is kind of the day I'm thinking. And then obviously Pokemon is going to be my shtick here, because might as well. I have all the Pokemon plushies and I'm so passionate about it. So
yeah, I think for me, I'll be streaming just some games I'm playing very casually for the weekdays, but the weekends, if you want to see me and learn a bit more and figure, well, I'm gonna be doing some cooking streams throughout the on the weekends from now on. So
yeah,
obviously a little bit less getting into it. It's the holidays, you know, we got to be with our families. So we're gonna be taking breaks for the holidays, obviously. But you know, with that being said, I'll see you guys later.
Yeah,
Peace,
love you guys. We'll see ya.
Deuces.